So how much money will you pay into and ultimately get back from Social Security? I wondered that for a long time because, you're paying a lot of money in there most of the time. How you guys like my old man, Nick? It's getting worse by the day, man. What should I do? Plastic surgery? Or just put on 30 pounds? Maybe that'll help. So I've got 3 examples here of different people, how much they paid in, how much they got back. A lot of it depends on, obviously, how much money you have made. Okay, there are some other aspects too, as you'll see. So let's start with the tax, the FICA tax. Currently it is 15.3%. 12.4% of that is Social Security. 2.9% of that is Medicare. And there's a lot of stats I'll be reading here, so apologize for me going up and down. Just concentrate on my turkey neck. Out of that 12.4 Social Security, 6.2% of that is paid by the employee and 6.2% paid by the employer. Okay, 1.45% of Medicare. Same. If you are self-employed, you pay both. Yeah, that's a big thing. To some people, it can be. The taxable maximum for 2024 is $168,600. If you are making that per year and more, after that $168,600, you stop paying Social Security on those wages. Okay? Yeah, a lot of people could be in that category. If you are on a minimum income retirement, though, like this channel is about, a lot of you might not have been up to this. So probably all of your wages did pay into Social Security for a certain amount. Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a channel for retiring on a moderate income retirement. If you think you might like that, think about subscribing and like the video as well. So 3 examples here for you of what different people paid depending on how much they put in. Now, all of these are going to assume, because they say if you made throughout your working life, this is what you would pay in and what you would get back. What they assume working life is, and I got this all from a website called Free the Facts. What they assume for the working life is you started working at 22 years old and worked continuously through your 65th birthday. Okay, so that is what these 3 examples are going to be based on. So example 1. Yeah, you too? You worked that long? Impressive. Example 1, a single person made an average wage, which in 2023 was $66,100, and retired in 2020. He paid $367,000 into Social Security and would receive $383,000 in their lifetime Social Security benefits. Okay? Again, this is assuming they started work at 22, retired at 65. Now, doing a little twist on that first example, if this same certain person made over $105,000 in 2020, same person, okay, working for the same amount of time, they just have a different salary, they would pay $588,000 into Social Security and receive only $508,000 back from Social Security. So as you'll see in these examples, the more you make, you might not get back what you paid into Social Security. Okay? Here's example number 2 for you. This is a married couple. They both earned the average wage over a lifetime and retired in 2020. If we go back to example 1, the average wage is $66,100 in 2023. Okay? Some of these numbers are going back and forth, but it gives you a general idea. So they both earned an average wage over a lifetime and retired in 2020. They paid together $735,000 into Social Security, and they will receive $812,000 in Social Security benefits. All right. Now, again, we have to take into account how long are these people going to live, right? Especially in the single part. Once you're gone, those benefits are gone. Okay, so when they're saying you receive a certain amount back, a lot of it depends on how long you're going to live. Obviously, if you're married, not so much. But if you're single, once it's gone, right? Guys, leave me comments. Are you taking Social Security yet? If you are, what was in your decision on the timing of that? What made you decide to take Social Security, let's say at 62 or 65 or 70 in some cases? I'd like to know, because, you hear the obvious ones. Well, okay, there's not a lot of longevity in my family. Okay, that makes sense. I really needed the money ASAP. But there could be a whole bunch of different reasons. That's why I'd like your guys' comments to let me know. What was your reason in the age that you decided to take Social Security? And of course, right when I start my video, the wind pops up. Always happens. Okay, here we go. Example number 3. This is a married couple with one working spouse. If they hit the taxable maximum of $168,600, they would have paid $871,000 into Social Security, but got $1.055 million back. Why is that? It's because in this case, there's only one working spouse, okay? So they get more back because of the spousal benefit after, let's say, the husband, the main breadwinner, passes away. So as you can see, depending on the amount of money you make, depending on whether or not you're married, it can vary greatly. All the way back to the first example where they are paying in $367,000 and they're receiving back $383,000 if we look at their lifetime, their supposed lifetime of benefits, right? All the way up to if you're, making over the maximum income, you can pay in a lot more than you're going to be getting back, right? Now, for some of those people that are making maximum and above income, how much are they really going to be relying on Social Security, right? Yeah, probably not too much. It might help them a little bit, but unless, hey, they could go crazy in their retirement. Let's say they retired with $5 million. They spent $3 million of that in the first 5 years of retirement, and their assets didn't really appreciate much. Investments, whatever. Toward the end of their life, if that was the case, they could be heavily relying on Social Security, but for the most part, not so much. Hey guys, I have to say this every once in a while in my videos. The people that watch my videos, the majority, 60% of them are still not subscribed. So guys, if you have watched, let's say, more than one of my videos and you've got some values out of it, please consider subscribing. It really helps. It helps this channel. Why? It's a thing called social proof. Now, I just went over 60,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for watching my videos. What is social proof? I've explained it in videos before, but it's, not a lot of people know what it is. In the case of a YouTube channel, if you are scrolling through, they recommend different videos for you to watch, right? If you're scrolling through and there's a subject you like, and one of the channels has, 5,000 subscribers, the other one has 150,000 subscribers, which one you gonna watch? If you're anything like me, you might watch the one with more subscribers. It's like, hey, they know what they're talking about. Look at all these people following them, right? That is social proof. It could turn out that channel with 5,000 subscribers puts out a better video. But a lot of the time, just human nature, people will look at the channel with a lot more subscribers and they will click on that, okay? That is social proof. So, if you watch more than one of my videos, you got value, please consider subscribing. And guys, we are over 60,000 now. And, I am thinking about doing a subscriber giveaway coming up here pretty soon. Not sure what the parameters are, because I'm just so thankful to you guys for, number one, allowing this channel to blow up as it has. I started a little over 2.5 years ago. I had no idea it was going to get to this level. I really didn't. I got monetized in 30 days, thanks to you guys. But yeah, so I'm going to do some kind of giveaway. Okay, I don't know when, I don't know the parameters yet, but just keep that in mind. And in order to possibly win this giveaway, you have to be subscribed. It's not just going to be for one person. Okay, I'm going to have multiple giveaways at the same time. Again, not sure what it's going to be, but just wanted to throw that out to you. But you must be a subscriber in order to go into that contest for the giveaways. And as always, guys, from the beautiful, one thing about up here, when we get clouds, it makes the view even better. Yes, I have a very nice view, but when we get clouds, man, it just adds that extra pop. And as always, from the lovely, hot high desert, about 95 right now, we got this.